Good morning. Welcome to the Mountain Kitchen. What we're going to do today is we're going to make some smoked brisket French dip sandwiches. We have the brisket here that we rubbed. This is how we did that. What we're going to do for you now is we're going to take this point, which we have left over from a whole brisket where we cut the flat off of and we made it into pastrami, which is still in the testing stage. So what we're going to do with this is we're going to cut the fat off of it and trim it down, and we're going to make a smoked brisket French dip sandwich. So we're going to be trimming the fat and applying our brisket rub, which you can find in the link in the description below. So let's get started and go ahead and start trimming the fat off of this. So we want to take off all this fat because it will not render in the cooking. We had this in the freezer. We don't like to keep meat too long in the freezer. It tends to get a little odd for us. Other people, maybe not. So you can see there's quite a bit of fat here. So let's go ahead and get this all off. There's that much fat on the point. We'll try to get as much off of it as we can. Once again, I'm not going to trim it completely off because I like fat, and fat is flavor. But that right there is like really tough and it will not render. Continue to cut this off. Flip it over. Take some off of this side. I think we got it pretty good now. Look at this piece here. Like I said, I don't mind some fat. I like fat. Some people don't, but I do. Got it trimmed. Alright, so we've got it trimmed up. You can see we got a nice pile of fat here. Right now we're going to apply some yellow mustard as a binder for our rub. The rub recipe can be found in the link in the description below. So let's go ahead and sprinkle this with our rub. Put a pretty good portion on here. Make sure you get it seasoned good. We're going to allow this to sit in the refrigerator overnight so that the meat can fully absorb all the salt that is in this rub. Some on this here part right here. Make sure we season everything. Get a nice crust on it from this rub. Once again, we're going to be making a smoked brisket French dip sandwich. Mustard on here. Rub it in. Put your rub. Cover it good. I think we got it about covered up. Don't be stingy. Make a good bark. Tons of flavor. So put a little bit more right there. Oh man, I made a mess. Smells good. Flip it back over, put a little bit more on this side. So right now we've got it rubbed. We're going to put it on this pan. We're going to put it in the refrigerator. Allow it to sit overnight so that the salt will absorb in the meat. Alright, as you can see, we got it all rubbed. We're about to put it in the refrigerator, and tomorrow we're going to make some French dip dead-gummit sandwiches. If you ain't never had one, I recommend you go out and find one, then come back and learn how to make one out of beef brisket, because it's going to be fitting to eat. Alright, so now we're going to take the point of the brisket. We already used the flat to make a pastrami, which we had rubbed, and we're going to make a mirepoix, an au jus using a mirepoix of equal parts of celery, carrots, and onions, and 6 cloves of garlic. Take the meat here. It's really pretty. It smells amazing. Wish you had smell-o-vision. Place the meat on the mirepoix and pour beef broth around the meat. Don't pour it over the meat. It'll wash off all your rub. Looks like we're going to use about a half a cup, maybe 3/4. Might take, yeah, it's going to take, go ahead and use the whole can. We're going to be cooking this today on the Weber kettle using cherry wood, which we have set up with a charcoal basket and offset smoky. So let's take it over here to the kettle, get it on. Already see the cherry wood catching up. Should get a nice bark on it from that and a good sweet flavor. We're going to be monitoring the grill at the temperature today and the meat using the smoke from ThermoWorks. It's a great product. Gotta put the probe in. How we doing? We've decided to add a few more aromatics to our jus. So we're going to cut a little bit of thyme here from Debbie's herb garden. It's really happy, as you can see. So we got a nice little bundle. Fresh thyme. We got some bay leaves over here. So let's open this up. Just gonna throw these in. Try to mash them down in the juice. Smells amazing. Once again, I wish we had smell-o-vision. I'm going to throw in a couple bay leaves as well. It's getting a pretty color on it. The cherry wood will turn it to a nice little supple pink color. Right now we're going to add some charcoal. Piece of wood. Get some more smoke over. Come on back. We'll continue to smoke our beef brisket French dip sandwich. Alright, so we're going to add some more charcoal. Keep the temperature consistent. Doesn't take many pieces. A couple pieces in here on top of these hot coals and they'll catch right up. We're going to add another piece of wood. We're not going to continue to keep putting the wood to it because we'd like to get the color we want. But we are going to add one more piece. There. And we're going to continue to smoke it probably another at least hour, hour and a half, probably 2. Until we get it down, and then we're going to slice it up and drain off our jus. Alright, we're like, what, 3 hours in, I think now? Yeah, going on 3.5. And we've got the probe in the thickest part of the meat. We've stoked it up one more time, and we're going to take the thermopen here by ThermoWorks, and we're going to take a couple readings with this. See, 155. But that's really 154. That's 147 right there in the thick part. And that's pretty consistent with what that is reading. So we're doing along pretty good. We're going to continue to smoke it for at least another hour, maybe 2. Like I said, we're cooking for temperature, not time. Come back. Alright, so we got a good, nice color on the meat now. So we're going to take the meat off. That 150 internal temperature. We're going to wrap it. Really pretty color. Juice is running. Wrap it really tight. Don't mess up the bone. Now we're going to take our pan off. The jus in there. That looks good enough to eat by itself right there. Return the brisket back to the grill, and we're going to stoke up the rubber. Get it. That's the alarm let us know that our temperature has dropped. Well, we took the lid off. That's the good thing of the smoke. It has an alarm for a high temperature and a low temperature. Wrap it in this towel.
What was that?
It's dripping juice, hot juice on my toe.
Okay.
It's dripping juice everywhere.
Okay, we'll put it in a towel.
It's gonna drip juice all in it.
It's fine.
Alright, so we're gonna roll it up in this towel. Put it down in this cooler. And let it rest. We're going to have a lot some carryover heat, so the internal temperature should continue to come up. Stay tuned as we unwrap our little meat baby and slice it up and make some beautiful sandwiches. Alright, how y'all doing? Welcome back. Mountain Kitchen. We'll take our brisket out of the cooler where it's been resting. Just unwrap it. Looks like the juice is run. Pretty good. See if we can get it out of this towel. Still pretty warm. It's actually very hot. It's been resting. Open it up. Tons of juices in here. A lot of juices. Alright, so we got a whole lot of juice here. We're going to take this juice, pour it into this bowl, save it. Use that to store the leftover meat in. Smells amazing. The color on it is very nice. Alright, here we are back with our brisket. As you can see, it has shrunk probably about half the size it was when we put it on. So we're going to slice it up now. You want to slice across the grain. You can see the grain appears to be running this way. So we're going to slice it this way and try to slice it kind of thin. It's really juicy. See the juice just running out of it. It's just pretty much falling apart tender. See the juices oozing out of it. Allowing it to rest. Allow the juices to all run back into the meat. Very tender. Tons of flavor. Nice smoke ring. See this right here? Nice smoke ring from the cherry wood. We're going to continue to slice this up. Come back. We're going to build a sandwich. Alright, so we've stoked up the grill. Taking the indirect off and put it on direct grill. So we're going to toast our bread. We're going to build a sandwich now with this beautiful brisket that we've been smoking. We have our au jus and some Gouda cheese. So let's toast this bread. Get a little char on it. Bun fell apart. Alright, so we got our bread toasted. We're going to flip it over now. We're going to add our Gruyere cheese right to the bun.
This is actually Gouda cheese, but you can use any cheese you want.
Now we're going to add some of this meat.
Look how tender that stuff is.
Put the top on it. Oh, it's really hot. Alright, let's take this sandwich up. We've been working on it all day. Get it off. It's nice and toasty. Get a slice. Nice, meaty and cheesy. Take this nice au jus. Give it a dip. I get the cheese, the au jus, the bread is really nice. The meat, smoked. You can see there's a nice chunk of brisket on here. Let's go back in with another dunk. Very good. The brisket is very tender. For more recipes, themacandkitchen.com.